Hello everybody and welcome to Alexander High School, the site of tonight's Section 5 boys basketball matchup between Alexander and visiting Notre Dame. My name is Alex Brasky, here for the Batavia Daily News Sports Network, ready to take you through tonight's action between the host Trojans and the visiting Fighting Irish. The Irish come into this game at 2-0, 71-46 winners over Barker. Followed that up with a 72-56 win over Roy Hart. While Alexander comes into this game at 3-1, coming off a win over Elba by a final score of 60-38. Alexander's lone loss this season has come at the hands of Wheatland Chili. So about 17 minutes remaining until tip-off here. And a quick note on this one, Notre Dame head coach Mikey Rapone ejected during the JV game, during which tensions ran very high. And he will not be able to coach tonight's game here against Alexander. So not sure who will coach for Notre Dame's varsity team. JV coach Otis Thomas may get the nod, but like I said, that remains to be seen. Coach Mikey Rapone during the JV game went over to the scorer's table during a very intense moment, of which there were many throughout the JV contest. A lot of chirping from the crowd and both benches toward the officials. And Coach Rapone kind of got the brunt of what appeared to be the officials' frustration with the situation, as he had just assessed a technical to one of the benches seconds before issuing a technical to Coach Mikey Rapone, who had approached the scorer's table perhaps to get clarification on a call or potentially diffuse the situation. As I said before, tensions were running high at the moment. And immediately upon assessing Coach Mikey Rapone the technical, the official signaled for Coach Rapone to be removed from the sideline, thus ejecting him from the game. And that means he will not be able to coach here in the varsity contest. We have Coach Mike Rapone Sr. on the sideline. He's been joined by Otis Thomas. So we'll see if it's a combined effort or who exactly is calling the signals, making the substitutions and whatnot for Notre Dame. This is a high-profile matchup in the Genesee region. As I said before, Notre Dame, runners-up in sectionals a season ago. And unbeaten this year, while Alexander comes into this game at 3-1. Both teams playing quality basketball thus far. Looking to keep their streak of good ball alive with a win here tonight. As I said before, my name's Alex Brasky. I'm here for the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. And before we get too deep into tonight's broadcast, we'd like to take you through our sponsors, beginning with our scoreboard sponsor, and that is Genesee Community College. Are you looking to kickstart your career in health and physical education? Look no further than GCC. Whether you dream of teaching, coaching, personal training, or sports management, GCC has the programs to prepare you for jobs that are in high demand. Take advantage of a high-quality curriculum, excellent faculty, experiential learning, and great facilities. Join them at GCC and be the game changer you've always wanted to be. To learn more, visit genesee.edu/phys ed. Also, Robley Plumbing and Heating will be our update sponsor for the evening. We'll take you through some of the action from around Section 5 and keep you in tune with the games going on elsewhere. Robley Plumbing and Heating, one called Does It All, Is your furnace not working? Do you need your hot water tank replaced? Do you have a faucet dripping? Or do you want to have a new toilet installed? Call Robley. They'll answer and get you all fixed up in no time. Call 585-470-8542, as Robley has been servicing the Glow region for over 75 years. Robley specializes in all things plumbing, heating, and air conditioning, including well systems, boilers, furnaces, hot water tanks, and more. Also, Vonglis Enterprises, LLC, a fully insured company that offers free estimates for every job. At Vonglis, they specialize in septic system installation and repairs, along with waterline installation. Check them out on Facebook or call them at 585-471-4240. Also, Crazy Cheap Cars, the ultimate in price and selection, over 150 pre-owned cars, the most for any dealer in the Genesee region. Find your next vehicle at crazycheapcars.com. Crazy Cheap Cars needs your trade-in. Top dollar paid for your trade. Give them that call at 585-948-8000, or better yet, we'll see you right here. Also, Zoom Total Fitness. Fitness for all levels, personal training, cross-training, bodybuilding, powerlifting, and yoga. 24/7 access with only $35 per month in membership fees. New equipment available in a super clean facility, training classes, infrared sauna, and more. Call 585-861-8995 for details. Also, Harding Plumbing, a family-owned and operated company, EPA certified and fully insured. Harding offers fair pricing for excellent workmanship. They stand behind their work and business name. With 24-hour emergency service and 12 technicians, they have the ability to get the workload done in a timely fashion. Call them now at 585-237-5561. Also, Summit Family Dental Care. Their dentists and staff are committed to giving you the best dental experience that Warsaw has to offer. Like any trusting relationship, their care begins with getting to know each other. Their highest priority is providing the quality dental services you deserve in a comfortable, convenient atmosphere. Call their Warsaw location at 585-786-3676 or visit them online at summitfamilydentalcare.com. Also, Berkshire Hathaway and real estate salesperson Jessica Best, your best friend in real estate. Jessica Best and Berkshire Hathaway can be reached at 585-409-8734 or at realtorjessbest@gmail.com. If you'd like to be part of one of our live streams, contact the Batavia Daily News as part of the Sample News Group and Downtown Digital Group here in Batavia. Bridget Cassidy, your media and digital consultant, or Jamie Katermis. They can be reached at 343-8000. Follow the prompts to reach our sales department, or you can reach out to them via email. You'll love our new deal at the Batavia Daily News. 3 months of print, home delivery, and online for only $30. That deal for new subscribers only. Or you can try us online only for 99 cents per month for the first 3 months. That deal also available for new subscribers only. It is $11.99 per month after the first 3 months. Call for more info, 343-8000. So we're getting set here at Alexander High School for this Genesee Region League matchup. Alexander taking on Notre Dame here in a high-profile matchup. Unbeaten Notre Dame coming in to face the Trojans, who have just one loss on the year. An intense JV game, expecting the same here for the varsity contest. Once more, we'll give you the pregame note that head coach for Notre Dame, Mikey Rapone, will be unable to coach this evening due to being ejected from the JV game after he approached the scorer's table to what he termed help diffuse the situation during a intense moment during that JV contest. So it looks like JV coach Otis Thomas and Coach Mike Rapone Sr. will work the bench for the Irish here tonight. And if you hear something slamming behind us, we have someone deadlifting about 5 feet from us. Great time to be doing that as we're on the air here, but we'll battle through it as hopefully we don't get hit with any flying weight equipment. But we're about ready to go. 9 minutes remaining in the pregame proceedings. Both teams progressing their warm-up, looking forward to what I said should be a competitive matchup. We'll tell you a little bit more about both teams' most recent contests. As Notre Dame comes into this game, as I said plenty of times before, off of 2 straight victories. And a quick note on the Irish, Ryan Fitzpatrick set the new program mark for career 3-pointers in his team's win over Honeoye last season. He was honored during the Irish win over Roy Hart on Friday night, a 72-56 victory for the Irish. Fitzpatrick surpassed previous record holder Tom McCulley's mark. He now has made 168 career 3-pointers. So Fitzpatrick will be a name to watch here tonight. Also Jaden Sherwood, who powered Notre Dame's win over the Rams by scoring 23 points and adding 11 rebounds. While Jay Antonor added 13 points, collected 8 rebounds and 5 steals for the Fighting Irish. That will be what you'll see on the perimeter for ND, while inside you have Maverick Hall, who chipped in 8 points and collected 8 rebounds against Roy Hart. He's been a force for the Irish inside the paint throughout the season. Alexander, under first-year head coach Jalen Smith, has gotten off to a hot start this year. As I said before, 3-1. Smith, a former 1,000-point scorer for the Batavia high school basketball program, and now spreading his knowledge to the Trojans here at Alexander. Their lone defeat came at the hands of Wheatland Chili, did the Trojans. They led by 6 at halftime in that game, only to allow the Wildcats to storm back and take the win. Dylan Pohl, who's been Alexander's driving force throughout this season, scored 27 points in that game, and he's really been pouring it in on a regular basis for Alexander throughout the year. Also, Trent Woods and King Woods will be names to watch for the Trojans here tonight. Give you a few updates from around Section 5 as games have begun. This game running a bit late as the JV game went a bit over its expected time of conclusion. But like I said before, that will allow us to update you on the games going on around the section. From the Genesee region, Holly taking on Greece Odyssey in a non-league matchup, trailing the Leopards 36-19. A game on the road at Greece Odyssey. These updates brought to you by Robley Plumbing and Heating, LLC. Also, Letchworth taking on Leroy tonight. And the Oaken Knights hosting that contest, leading Letchworth 26-18 at the break. Leroy's Merritt Holly Jr. scored 43 points in Leroy's last victory and has been one of the most impressive players throughout the region for the past number of years. Also, a game involving the Pavilion Golden Gophers as they're taking on Kendall tonight. Can't give you an update on that as it doesn't appear the stream has started or is scheduled perhaps, but those are your updates from around Section 5 boys basketball, courtesy of Robley Plumbing and Heating. We'd also like to remind you, coming up on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network, we have plenty of games for you throughout this winter season. We've already had 3, the Alexander girls falling at the hands of visiting Keshequa a few days ago, and then over the weekend we took in the Dansville boys basketball tournament. Dansville falling to visiting Canisteo Greenwood in the tourney title game. This is our 4th matchup of the year, and it will be followed by another quality matchup in the Genesee region on Wednesday night. Attica taking on Pembroke. It should be another good one. Pembroke coming off a sectional championship season. Attica expecting to compete for a sectional title this year, so be sure to check out that game coming up at 7 p.m. As I said before, that on Wednesday night. So about 3.5 minutes away from tip-off here at Alexander High School. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. All right, welcome back to Alexander High School. Alex Brasky with you on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network, getting ready to take you through what should be a quality matchup here between two Genesee Region League teams. Notre Dame visiting Alexander. The Irish looking to remain unbeaten. Alexander looking to improve to 4-1. So starting lineup for Notre Dame, the three-point leader, Ryan Fitzpatrick, also Jaden Sherwood, Jay Antonor, George Woodruff, and Maverick Hall. And the starting lineup for Alexander, as the cheerleaders have joined them here this evening. Paul Schmidt, Dylan Pohl, Trent Woods, Jaden Snyder, and King Woods. As I said before, Alexander coached by Jalen Smith, and Notre Dame will be coached by Mike Rapone Sr. Just when you think you're out, they pull you back in. Over 700 career victories. I'm going to check on that number. I think that might be wrong, but we're going to check on that. He's got a ton of victories, looking for another one here tonight as he steps in for his son, Mikey Rapone, who was unable to coach due to the JV official ejecting him from the JV game. So here we go. We're ready to tip it up as Pohl meets Antonor at midcourt for the opening tip. And the opening possession will go to the Irish as Pohl collected possession inside the circle. So here come the Irish now. And already controversy brewing. Had a lot of that during the JV game. Let's hope for smoother sailing here in the varsity contest. So here's Woodruff in the corner as Notre Dame with the first possession of this game. Maverick Hall, as I said during my pregame remarks, has been a force inside for Notre Dame this season. Unable to find the mark there as a little bit of contact, not enough to warrant the foul call, and it will go to Alexander here on the Genesee Community College scoreboard. 20 seconds into this one here at Alexander High School. King Woods for three, a little bit long. Pohl leaping after the rebound, contending with Sherwood for it. It goes out of bounds off the Trojans, back to the Irish. Here's Antonor to bring it up for Notre Dame. He'll go right to the rack. Tried to wrap it around a Hall, but it goes out of bounds off the Trojans. We'll stay with the Irish here underneath. Fitzpatrick to take it out. Woodruff on the near block sets a screen for Hall. And now ND will get it out to Sherwood. Off the dribble into the corner for Woodruff. Tries the three. No good. Jaden Snyder tried to corral the rebound, but the loose ball went to Sherwood. who missed the layup, and Pohl collected the rebound for Alexander. King Woods leading the break, gets it to Trent Woods on the wing, and he'll pull things back out to reset it for Alexander. 3-ball from the corner. Good! Alexander with the first lead of this game as it's Paul Schmidt knocking down the 3-ball. Sherwood looking to return serve, but off the mark on the floater. Pohl on the rebound. Here comes Alexander with it. Woods, skip pass to Schmidt, left open in the corner again, and this one short on line, but didn't have the distance. Hall on the rebound, and here comes Antinor with it. Into the lane, had it ripped away. Snyder comes up with a steal. Pohl comes away with the loose ball, feeds it ahead to Trent Woods. Inside, can't get the finish. Sherwood pushing the pace the other way for the Irish. Stops, pops in the lane, and I believe that call is going to be made on the floor, and it is. The Irish will take it out underneath. So an early 3-0 Alexander lead on the 3-ball from Schmidt. Woodruff left alone on the perimeter. He gets it over to Hall, and now he hands it off to Fitzpatrick. Sherwood on the wing, attacking Snyder, and he almost ripped it away. Hall came up with a loose ball, and the finish inside. So Notre Dame on the board. It's a 1-point deficit for the Irish in the early going. That a kick ball called against Antinor. It's going to stay with Alexander. The backcourt of Woods and Woods. Sounds like a law firm. Bringing it up for the Trojans. As King Woods lobs it into Pohl. Goes out of bounds off the hand of a Notre Dame defender. It will stay with the Trojans underneath. 5:20 remaining in the opening quarter. Trent Woods set to take it out, gets it into Pohl. All the way around the horn to Woods, attacking along the baseline. Too long on the layup, but Pohl tips it to himself and gets the finish. Alexander with its first lead of the game. Sherwood pulling it back out for ND. 5 minutes remaining in the first. Tried the left-handed finish, couldn't get it to go, but he drew the foul call, and now he'll head to the line for 2. If you hear anything thudding behind us, we're in the weight room here at Alexander, and someone is deadlifting about 5 feet behind us. So don't be alarmed, everything is going to be okay. Unless I get hit with some flying weights or something. 2-point lead. Excuse me. Tied up at 4 as they put the point on the wrong side of the scoreboard here at Alexander. No, excuse me. I have the score wrong now. So 5-3 Notre Dame in the lead. My apologies. So a 2-point lead for the Irish. And they'll have it underneath. As Antinor gets it into Hall. Sherwood off the dribble, guarded closely by Trent Woods. Flips it to Hall, and he traveled. So possession goes back to Alexander. And here's Woods. ND sporting that man-to-man defense. As Alexander has had trouble solving it in the early going. That one tipped away by Antinor into the hands of Fitzpatrick on the break now. Left hand, can't get the finish, but he's fouled. He'll head to the line for 2 shots, crashing into the rock wall beneath the basket. And thank God there's that padding there. as Fitzpatrick headed to the line for 2, with his team leading by 2. For some reason, Notre Dame being listed as the home team on the scoreboard, which is what confused me initially, as King Woods steps out. That one rattles around the rim and out. So 0 for 2. Empty trip to the line for Fitzpatrick. But it did go out of bounds off the Trojans, so we'll stay with the Irish again. Quite the long possession here for Notre Dame. And now it looks like the officials trying to sort some things out here. So an extended break that will allow us to tell you about one of our sponsors here tonight, and that is Vonglis Enterprises, LLC, owned by Peter Vonglis, specializes in water lines, sewer lines, septic systems, drainage, and more. No job too big or too small. As Alexander has been assessed a technical foul for not reporting to the table on a substitution. So that will send Sherwood to the line, and he makes the first technical free throw. All right, I'm confused as to what the score is here. I think I have it wrong. 5-5. So they do not have Notre Dame home team on the scoreboard. Sorry about that mistake, but 4:16 remaining, 5-5 is your score. And here is Notre Dame to begin the possession. A lot going on for me, I do apologize, trying to work the camera, play-by-play, and the scoreboard. But I promise to be more diligent in doing so moving forward. Sherwood with the rebound. And here's Antonor trying to lay it in. Can't get the finish, but there's Maverick Hall to finish the job. It's now a 7-5 Notre Dame lead. I think I have that correct now. Just kidding. I'm sure I have it correct. So here's Woods now on the wing, guarded closely by Antonor. Puts it on the ground, gets into the lane, threw it away, but a blocking foul is called on Jaden Sherwood. Sherwood wanted the charge, but the official thought otherwise, called the block. And the Trojans are going to take it out underneath. So here's Woods with it, lobs it into Pohl, who gets the finish. Back and forth we go in this hotly contested battle between the Irish and the Trojans. Here's Antonor off the dribble, and a hand check called against Alexander. Call going against Schmidt. And 5 fouls called against Alexander already. That will send Antonor to the line as the bonus rules have changed here in Section 5 basketball. 5 fouls per quarter sends you to the line for 2 shots. Antonor misses the first. 3 straight missed free throws. 4 straight. 5 now for the Irish. Antonor gets his own rebound, however. Trojans doing a poor job working the defensive glass off the free throw line. Three minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Hall off the dribble, working against Pohl. Kicks it out to Fitzpatrick from the wing. Jumper, no good. Tipped away by a Trojans defender. Antonor tried to get the finish, couldn't have it. And Hall, a third try, no good. Corner 3, and it's good. Who is that? Jacob Brooks for three, as Alexander submitted a roster to Section 5 without any numbers. So we're going to be forced to work on the fly here. Some help there from Alexander alumnus and multi-sport star Jaden Mullen here in the weight room this evening. Gonna have to get her help on a couple other of these guys. How about number 12? Thank you. Jaden 2 for 2. Dominic Kwiatek has checked into the game now for Alexander. As in sub coming on for the Irish, it's Chase Antonor. Maverick Hall will take a break. As it's now 10-7. Alexander following the three from Brooks. Now a corner jumper from Kwiatek. No good. Rebound goes to Antonor. Antonor in the lane. Nobody home, but Sherwood came over to collect the loose ball. Fed it over to Woodruff. Didn't have the range on the three. Trent Woods on the rebound for the Trojans. That ball out of bounds. Off the Irish. So 1:29 remaining now in the first. 3-point lead for Alexander. Been a defensive struggle here in the early going. So it looks like we have another extended stoppage that will allow us to thank another of our sponsors. Crazy Cheap Cars, over 150 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, the ultimate in price and selection in the Genesee region. That's Crazy Cheap Cars. Contact them today at 585-948-8000. Also, Zoom Total Fitness, open 24 hours, 7 days a week. That's Zoom Total Fitness. Membership fees cost only $35 per month. So here's Alexander with possession, leading by 3. I know we've had some trouble with the score, but that is officially the score as Pohl misses inside. Here comes Sherwood leading the break, feeds it ahead to Antonor. He can't get the right-handed finish. So here come the Trojans in transition. Trent Woods to the rack. 5-point lead for Alexander and a timeout called by the Trojans. 1 minute remaining here in the opening frame. We'd also like to thank Harding Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning. Residential, commercial, and agricultural services are provided since 1978. Call Harding today, 585-237-5561. That's hardingplumbing.com. Also, Summit Family Dental Care, offices in Warsaw and Geneseo. You can visit them online at summitfamilydentalcare.com or call them in Warsaw at 786-3676 or in Geneseo at 243-5588. Lastly, Jessica Best is your best friend in real estate. Jessica, a licensed real estate salesperson, can be reached at 585-409-8734. That's Jessica Best at realtorjessbest@gmail.com. So it's been a slow start to this game offensively for each side. Alexander with a 5-point advantage, 12-7 over Notre Dame on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. Alex Brasky here with you. ND 2-0, Alexander 3-1. Been a competitive game so far, expecting it to remain as such throughout. That one tipped to Antonor, and now Sherwood with the rebound, but he can't get it to go. A lot of missed layups for Notre Dame in this game. They've had the looks inside, and at the free throw line for that matter, but they have simply been unable to convert on their opportunities. Inside the pole, can't get the finish. And Woodruff with the rebound. About 10 seconds remaining here. Sherwood for three, no good from the corner. Rebound to Woods, 3 seconds remaining. Brooks from half court, no good. We head to the second quarter. It's a 12-7 Alexander lead. So once again, we'd like to thank our scoreboard sponsor here on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network, and that is, of course, Genesee Community College. GCC. Are you looking to kickstart your career in health and physical education? Look no further than GCC. Whether you dream of teaching, coaching, personal training, or sports management, GCC has the programs to prepare you for jobs that are in high demand. Take advantage of a high-quality curriculum, excellent faculty, experiential learning, and great facilities. Join them at GCC and be the game changer you've always wanted to be. To learn more, visit genesee.edu/phys ed. Also, Robley Plumbing and Heating. One called does it all when you call Robley. Furnace not working? Need your hot water tank replaced? Do you have a faucet dripping? Do you want to have a new toilet installed? Call Robley. They'll answer and get you all fixed up in no time. Call 585-470-8542 today. So once again, thank you to those that are not insulting my inconsistencies on the scoreboard here in the early going. Thank you for bearing with us on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. Been a good game thus far. 5-point lead for the host Trojans, and that will add to it. Nice looking jumper there from Dom Quietek, as we've learned, is wearing number 12 tonight. Quietek came off the bench and has shown great energy, particularly on the defensive end, but now chipping in on the offensive end as well. Nice rebound there from Pohl. Alexander going quickly in transition, and Woods works his way into the lane, kicks it out to Quietek, but his pass inside was knocked away. And Notre Dame will take back over. Antonor off the dribble. That one off the bottom of the backboard. Sherwood for three from the corner, and he knocks it down. So ND awakens from its slumber here, and they trail by 4 with a minute gone in the second. Woods off the dribble, kicks it to the corner, 3-ball. Around the rim and out, Sherwood on the rebound. Sherwood starting to assert himself as Jaden Sherwood, down to a 2-point deficit for the Irish. Woods with it out top, working it into the corner, 3-ball from Brooks, no good, and Chase Antonor on the rebound. Sherwood lost the handle. Woods came up with it, now diving after the loose ball, still loose. Pohl comes up with it at the top of the key. Into the lane, had it knocked away. Quietek along the baseline, threw it off Fitzpatrick, out of bounds. King Woods and Jaden Snyder checking into the game now. As Woods will take it out underneath. Good ball movement from Alexander there, opening up the open three, but it's no good. Pohl on the putback, crashing to the floor. No call, and Notre Dame will go the other way with it. Fitzpatrick in the front court to Chase Antenor, out to Sherwood, who knocks it down. 7 straight points for Jaden Sherwood, and Notre Dame has taken the lead. Make it 8 straight points for Sherwood. Woods on the wing, into the lane, kicks it out, and another 3-ball from the corner, and that one off the side of the backboard. Fitzpatrick on the rebound. Quickly down the floor, feeds it back to Antenor, now to Jay Antenor from Chase, and Jay cannot get the finish inside. King Woods coast to coast. Alexander's back in front, back and forth we go here at Alexander High School. Fitzpatrick in the corner, works it to the free throw line to Hall. Takes a step back to the elbow, and now it's Antenor with it along the baseline. No good on the close look, and Jaden Snyder on the rebound. Knocked out of bounds off the Irish. It will stay with the Trojans going the other way. Sub coming on for ND as Fitzpatrick takes a break. Mikhail Walker in for the first time tonight. Woods to the rack. That increases Alexander's lead to 3. King Woods has been impressive here early on. Woods just a sophomore, as Hall, a senior, puts that one in for Notre Dame. We've reached the midpoint here in the second quarter. 1-point game. Close one as expected. Nice pump fake from Jaden Snyder, but he's off the mark. Chase Antenor on the rebound. Here come the Irish quickly the other way. Antenor, ball fake, and it's an offensive foul. So Antenor out of control, offensive foul, and Alexander will take it back here. Notre Dame continuing to apply a bit of pressure, but the Trojans solve it once again. Snyder from the short corner, no good. Good box out from Hall, but Pohl goes up and over him. Almost had the rebound, but the Irish able to secure it. Here comes ND the other way now. Sherwood nearly had it poked away. Here's Chase Antenor for 3 from the wing, and he knocks it down. That regains the lead for the Irish. And Antenor, only a freshman, as the Irish faithful lets everybody know. The youngsters getting it done for both sides here tonight. Woods for Alexander and Antenor for the Irish. Brooks, inside the pole now, and he gets the second chance. So we're all square at 20 apiece, as it was Quietek entering it to Pole on that possession. Sherwood off the bounce, gets it to Antenor in the corner, guarded closely by Snyder. He's able to find an outlet. It's his brother Jay Antenor. And now it's Hall with it at the top of the key. 15 seconds remaining on the shot clock here. 2.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Antenor into the corner, up top to Hall. Hall hands it off to Sherwood, tries the 3, and he knocks it down. Jaden Sherwood up to, by my count, 11 points here in the opening half. Antenor to Sherwood again. 5-point lead for Notre Dame. Approaching the 2-minute mark. Here's Woods at the elbow. Into the lane. Almost had it roll in, but instead it goes to Hall on the rebound. Feeds it ahead to Walker. And Notre Dame going on a run here to close the second quarter. 1:46 remaining in the first half. The Irish lead it by 7. We'll take a quick break here on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. So back to action here at Alexander. 7-point lead for the Irish as they've closed this second quarter strong. But the Trojans looking to respond out of the timeout. Minute and a half remaining now. Woods lobs it into Paul. Jumper from the wing, well off the mark. Fitzpatrick on the rebound. Paul thought about the three for a second. Instead gets it out to Chase Antonor, hands it off to Jay Antonor for three. 10-point lead for the Irish now. What a run for ND here. The Trojans have struggled to stop the bleeding. And that a foul called inside. The Irish faithful not in favor. And Coach Rapone letting the official know his displeasure. The patented palms up stance that we saw for so many years. Legendary coach here in Section 5, back on the bench for another game here tonight. 40 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Looked like a travel, no call. And that ends an extended drought for Alexander. It looked like that was 3 steps on Trent Woods. Chase Antonor from the corner, no good, off the back iron. Jay Antonor collects the rebound, another offensive board for the Irish. Hall had that one knocked away. Fitzpatrick chasing after it near midcourt. He collects it, gets it to Walker on the drive, and he's fouled. 13.8 remaining in the second quarter, an 8-point lead for Notre Dame. Walker headed to the line. Walker makes the first. Walker 2 for 2, 10-point lead once again for Notre Dame. Final 10 seconds of this second quarter. Woods in the corner, had it knocked away out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Trojans. 6 seconds remaining now. The entry to Trent Woods. 5 seconds remaining. Gets it to Pohl for 3. No good. We head to halftime. 10-point lead for Notre Dame. What a run from the Irish in the second quarter to separate themselves from the Trojans. We'll be back here on the Daily News Sports Network. Hello everybody and welcome back to Alexander High School, getting set for the second half of action. 10-point lead for the Irish at the half. Notre Dame went on quite the run during the second quarter, and they now lead it by double digits. Jay Antonor into the lane, knocked away by a Trojans defender, and now it's Trent Woods storming up the floor. Dispatches Jaden Sherwood near midcourt, who went tumbling to the floor. And a foul called on Notre Dame's George Woodruff. My apologies with the ads, as I had it on the cycle still. We'll be sure to turn that off here. And the Trojans throw it away. So it's going to go back to the Irish. Jaden Sherwood has been the leading scorer for Notre Dame in the early going. Hall tries it inside, missed everything. And here comes Trent Woods in transition. King Woods in the corner. On the drive, back out to Trent Woods for three, no good. Nice box out there from Fitzpatrick, and a foul from behind. That one called on Paul Schmidt. And the Irish take over. That's Schmidt's second of the game. Antonor into the lane. Nice defense applied by Quietek. Forced the missed shot. Woods on the other end can't get the finish. Here comes Fitzpatrick. And he bounced it through the legs of Maverick Hall and out of bounds. So here's Alexander to take back over. Quietek in the lane. Passes it back out to Woods. Into Pohl now, working against Hall. Can't get the finish. Nice defense there from Hall. Here's Sherwood on the other end of the floor. Stops. But that one rattles out on the jumper. Trent Woods attacking. Can't get the right hand to go. Sherwood to the basket and count it. 3-point play opportunity coming up for Jaden Sherwood. 5:56 remaining here in the third. Notre Dame has taken a 12-point lead. That ends a 2-minute drought to begin this third quarter, as Alexander remains scoreless here during this fray. 3-point play completed for Sherwood, up to a 13-point lead for the Irish. Schmidt to Quietek on the wing, into the lane, Pohl from the corner. Good. It's Alexander's first bucket of this third quarter. Cuts it down to an 11-point deficit. On the Genesee Community College scoreboard, explore careers in health and physical education. Learn more at genesee.edu/phys ed. That's SUNY GCC. Sherwood pulls up off the front rim, no good. Kingwood's on the rebound. Approaching the 5-minute mark here in the third. 11-point lead for the Trojans. Quietek off the dribble. Through the lane, no good. Jay Antonor on the rebound. Antonor attacking the basket, but it was rejected by Pohl. Collected by King Woods. Quickly down the floor, and he can't get the layup to go. Here comes Notre Dame now. Fitzpatrick inside, and another layup turned back by Pohl. What a force he's been inside for this Alexander defense. Pole had that one ripped away and a foul called against Ryan Fitzpatrick. Not sure about that one. Neither was the Irish faithful. As this is going to be taken out underneath. Pole thought he was going up for the shot, but the official is going to rule this a foul on the floor. And the Trojans will take it out on the baseline. Tried to get it back into the corner to Woods, but Sherwood was there to intercept. Left-handed finish for Sherwood. What a game he's having. King Woods thought about the jumper. Instead, puts it on the floor, pulls up inside the lane. Good decision as he knocks it down. Nice move and nice finish there from King Woods. Sherwood up top to Chase Antonor. Down the lane, rejected by Pole again. That one taken away by Sherwood, though, in transition. Fitzpatrick rejected by Pole. 4 blocks in the past minute for Dylan Pole. A one-man wrecking crew. This is going to stay with the Irish as it was out of bounds off the Trojans. 3:35 remaining in the third. Antonor collects the inbound. Hands it over to Woodruff. Reach-in foul. Going to be called on Jacob Brooks. Woods guarding Sherwood closely, had it ripped away from behind. Trent Woods in transition now. Nice step through, and it was rejected by Jay Antonor. Defensive exhibition on display here at Alexander High School here tonight. King Woods lobs it into Trent Woods. Brooks looking for Pole inside, couldn't get it to him. Same with Quietek. He jacks from 3, no good. Antonor elevated for the rebound, but it was into the hands of Trent Woods. Now into the hands of Fitzpatrick. Sherwood guarded by Woods. Gets it to Fitzpatrick at the free throw line. Kicks it out to Chase Antonor for 3. No good. King Woods on the rebound. Inside 3 minutes remaining here in the third. Woods, what a move to the rack. 9-point deficit for Alexander now. And a foul called against Quietek. Once again, this game brought to you by Robley Plumbing and Heating. Call them at 585-470-8542. Give you a few updates courtesy of Robley, as there are plenty of games going on throughout Section 5 basketball here tonight. As here's Antonor to begin the possession for Notre Dame. Sherwood from the corner, no good. Rebound collected by Alexander. Trent Woods for 3 from the corner, and he knocks it down. Big 3 for the Trojans, and it's down to a 6-point Notre Dame lead. Timeout called by the Irish. 2:06 remaining in the third quarter. This game also brought to you by Vonglas Enterprises, LLC. Water line, sewer line, septic systems, drainage. No job too big or too small. Vonglas is fully insured. Call them at 471-4240 or visit them on Facebook, Vonglas Enterprises. Also, Crazy Cheap Cars, the ultimate in price and selection, over 150 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. CrazyCheapCars.com. Also, Zoom Total Fitness, open 24 hours, 7 days a week. All new equipment in a clean location, $35 per month. That is Zoom Total Fitness. Also, Harding Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. Shane Harding offering those services since 1978. Residential, commercial, and agricultural services are available. Also, Summit Family Dental Care offices in Warsaw and Geneseo, and Jessica Best, your best friend in real estate. So here we go, getting set for the conclusion of this third quarter. Alexander storming back. They began the second half with a 10-point deficit, now trail by 6. Hall on the wing, puts it on the floor, attacks the basket, and another block from Dylan Pohl. He has closed the door on a number of opportunities for the Irish inside here in this third quarter. Unbelievable defense being applied by the Trojans' big man. Fitzpatrick will work it outside this time. Off the mark for 3. Here comes Trent Woods in transition. Attacks, steps through, and a blocking foul called against Jay Antonor. So I believe what the officials saw there was either Antonor moving or perhaps Woods not contacting him squarely, resulting in what the official perhaps perceived to be a flop. So 1:36 remaining here in the third. Woods headed to the line for 2 shots, knocks down the first. It's down to a 5-point Irish lead. So Anthony Pellegrino has checked into the game for Alexander now, as that free throw also good from Woods. 1:36 still remaining in this third. Walker into the game for the Irish to close this third quarter. Antonor for 3 from the top, off the back iron. Sherwood there for the offensive board, however. Walker to reset things. Fitzpatrick all the way around to Hall. Back to Fitzpatrick to Walker for 3. Too long. Brooks on the rebound for Alexander. 4-point lead for the Irish. Trojans surging to end this third quarter. Woods in the corner. Brooks up top. Forced it into Pohl, and a reach-in called against the Irish. Looked like it was Hall from behind, and it was. That's his second foul, as the Trojans take it out underneath. Woods inbounds to King Woods. Back to Trent Woods. Working against Jay Antonor. That one taken away by Sherwood. Turnover by the Trojans. And that a foul called against Trent Woods. Sherwood going to go to the line for 2 shots with 44 seconds remaining here in the third. Critical free throws coming up for Sherwood, who's been on the money offensively for the Irish throughout this contest. First free throw is good. Sherwood 1 for 2 from the line, but the offensive rebound goes to Jay Antonor. Clock has not started. It started late here. About 3 seconds had passed before the clock started moving. Fitzpatrick from the corner, no good. Rebound goes to Woods, and a foul called against Jay Antonor. So we're going to match up our clock here. 30 seconds remaining in the third, as that foul will send Woods to the line for 2, as Alexander now in the bonus. Five-point lead for the Irish. Woods trying to trim it with these 2 free throws. Misses the first. 1 for 2 for Woods. Woods knocked it off of Sherwood, and it's going down to the Trojans. Sherwood can't believe it, but I believe that's the correct call. Went off his head, and Alexander's going to take over possession. 24 seconds remaining in the third now. Here's King Woods initiating the possession. Nice drive. Pellegrino in the corner. No good. Jay Antinor on the rebound. 10 seconds remaining in the third. Antinor going to have to go quickly here. Off the dribble. Into the lane. Off glass, and it's good. Jay Antinor just before the buzzer sounds. And it's up to a 6-point advantage for the Irish entering the fourth quarter. But a good comeback there by the Trojans. They outscored Notre Dame by 4 during that frame. And we take it to the Alexander cheerleaders. Nice job by the Trojans cheerleaders bringing the energy here tonight. I believe we missed a halftime performance from them as I made my way to the restroom, but they certainly have done a nice job throughout this one, and this one remains in contention. 6-point game. Notre Dame has led by as many as 12, but Alexander has stood a tough test as they face a 6-point deficit entering the fourth quarter. Alexander begins the fourth with possession. Pull inside. Nice feed from King Woods, but he was rejected from behind by Hall. A little taste of his own medicine there for Pull. Nice defensive play made by Hall, and Alexander had another chance, but they threw it away. Here's Walker off the dribble against Pellegrino. Nice defense. Fitzpatrick stops off the mark. On the jumper, Hall tried to save it, but the Trojans come up with it. Here's King Woods, a nice move in transition, but Pellegrino nearly threw it away. That will force Alexander to reset a bit. Trent Woods with it on the perimeter. Pohl calling for it inside. Woods will keep it. Nice defense from Sherwood, closing him off from the lane. Brooks off the dribble. Out to Trent Woods. Stops it about the elbow. No good. Fitzpatrick on the rebound. Third quarter began with a 2-minute scoreless drought. Scoreless through the first minute of play here in the fourth. Walker inside, rejected by Pellegrino. Pohl saved it. And now it's into the hands of King Woods. Woods quickly down the floor, no shot, and a foul called on the floor against the Irish. Trojans were looking for Woods on the opposite side. Irish read it like a book. Now King Woods for 3, no good. Sherwood on the rebound. Walker pulls the trigger from 3, tried to bank it in, no good. Antinor collected the rebound as he was being pushed to the ground. It's a foul called against King Woods. The Irish will take it underneath. On the Genesee Community College scoreboard, Notre Dame with a 6-point lead over Alexander. Notre Dame has controlled this game for much of it. And Like I said, they lead it by 6 on the GCC scoreboard. Explore careers in health and physical education. Learn more at genesee.edu/phys ed. Antonor to Walker. Over to Sherwood. Into the corner for Fitzpatrick now. Hall at the elbow. Puts it on the floor, works his way into the lane, and he's fouled by Pohl. 5:54 remaining in this fourth quarter. Hall to the line with a chance to cut it to 4. Off the mark from Hall there. Hall 1 for 2, down to a 5-point deficit for Notre Dame. For up to a 6-point lead for Notre Dame. 7-point lead. Cut me some slack. That's my first point mistake since the first quarter. And on an offensive foul. And it will go back to the Irish. 5:41 remaining here in the fourth. 7-point lead for ND. Walker, guarded closely by Pellegrino, played extensively throughout this second half. Antonor falling down, and he throws it out of bounds. Pellegrino threw that one out of bounds. And it goes back to the Irish. He's looking for Snyder in the corner, but well out of his reach. Flies into the wall beyond the baseline, and ND will take over. Jump ball called as Walker went crashing to the floor. It's going to stay with ND. And Pellegrino checks out. Schmidt checking back in. Here come the Irish with that 7-point advantage. Sherwood into Hall. Hall turns around, hook shot, no good. Schmidt collects the rebound. Woods down the lane, tried the scoop, no good. Pull there for the rebound. He's fouled, he'll head to the line. Pohl makes the first. Two for two for Dylan Pohl, down to a 5-point deficit for the Trojans. .15 seconds on the shot clock. Sherwood to Fitzpatrick for 3, no good. Sherwood collects the rebound, off glass, and it's good. We've reached the midpoint here in the fourth. ND maintaining its advantage. Woods off the bounce, gets it to Snyder, feeds it to Brooks. Off the padding on the backboard, but Woods was there for the offensive rebound, and now a foul called on Sherwood for reaching in. Woods to take it out. Lobs it into Schmidt. Pohl calling for it once again, but Hall doing a nice job defending inside. King Woods with it on the wing. Back to Schmidt. Walker went crashing to the floor. Schmidt tried the jumper, but it missed the rim. Sherwood dives after it. Flips it to Antonor now. And ND will settle things down, ahead by 7 with 3:12 remaining here in the fourth. That one tipped away by Woods. It went off of Antonor, and the Trojans take back over. Heady play there from Woods to create the turnover. Trent Woods to King Woods for 3 from the wing. No good. Pohl initially had the handle on the rebound, but it was knocked out of bounds by Antonor. Schmidt looking for Snyder inside. Couldn't quite find him. Woods into the lane now. Nice move from Woods, knifing his way through defenders. It's down to a 5-point Alexander deficit. 2.5 minutes remaining here in the fourth. Hall comes up to set the screen for Sherwood. Sherwood attacks the rim. Foul called against Trent Woods. It's going to send Sherwood to the line for 2 shots. First free throw from Sherwood is good. 2 for 2. Woods with the step through and a blocking foul called on Sherwood. So King Woods headed to the line as both teams trading fouls here. Off the mark on the first. Once again, we'll provide you with a few updates from around Section 5, courtesy of Robley Plumbing and Heating, LLC. Call them at 401-8542. Do you need your hot water tank replaced as Woods knocks down the free throw? Do you need a new toilet installed? You can contact Robley Plumbing for all of your plumbing heating needs. Before we get to the updates, we'll tell you about a few more of our sponsors, including Vonglis Enterprises, LLC, a fully insured company that offers free estimates for every job at Vonglis. They specialize in septic system installation and repairs, along with waterline installation. Check them out on Facebook or call them at 585-471-4240. Also, Crazy Cheap Cars, the ultimate in price and selection, 150 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs right here in the Genesee region. Call them at 948-8000 or visit them at crazycheapcars.com. Also, Zoom Total Fitness, fitness for all levels, personal training, cross-training, bodybuilding, powerlifting, and yoga. 24/7 access with only $35 per month in membership fees. New equipment is available in a super clean facility. Training classes, infrared sauna, and more. That's 861-8995 Zoom Total Fitness. Also, Harding Plumbing. a family-owned and operated company that's EPA certified and fully insured. At Harding, they offer fair pricing for excellent workmanship, 24-hour emergency service available, and 12 technicians on the job. They have the ability to get the workload done in a timely fashion. Call them at 237-5561. Also, Summit Family Dental Care. Their dentists and staff are committed to giving you the best dental experience that Warsaw has to offer. Like any trusting relationship, their care begins with getting to know each other. Their highest priority is providing the quality dental services you deserve in a comfortable, convenient atmosphere. I'll tell you about Jessica Best from Berkshire Hathaway Real Estate as soon as we can. That ball out of bounds on the inbound. 1 second goes off the clock. The Irish will keep it. Sherwood lobbing it over pole unsuccessfully, and the Trojans save it and keep possession here. Kingwood's in the corner looking for the three. Passed it up, instead gave it to his brother Trent Woods, and he dribbled it off his leg, and it goes to the Irish here inside 2 minutes remaining. 6-point deficit for Alexander. Notre Dame looking to slow things down, trying to salt this victory away here, playing without their head coach Mikey Rapone. Just joining us, Rapone was ejected during the JV game after just one technical. And Woods attacking the rim there. He's fouled, couldn't get the layup to go, but he'll head to the free throw line for 2 shots here with 1:35 remaining in the fourth. Woods makes the first. We'd also like to thank Jessica Best at Berkshire Hathaway, your best friend in real estate. Jessica Best can be reached at 409-8734. So on the GCC scoreboard, 5-point lead for the Irish as they try to maintain it in the closing moments of this fourth quarter. Woods 1 for 2 from the line, and the deficit will stay right there for Alexander. GCC offering the best training if you're looking to explore careers in health and physical education. Learn more at www.genesee.edu/physed. 1:15 remaining here in the fourth. Antonor to the rim, can't get the roll. Pull though, tipped it right back to him. Antonor collects the offensive rebound, extra possession for the Irish. Shot clock resets, 1 minute remaining now in the fourth. Walker hands it to Fitzpatrick, guarded closely by King Woods. Sherwood now with it. Back to Fitzpatrick on the wing. Back to Sherwood. Slicing through. The floater. No good. Trent Woods on the rebound. Here come the Trojans in dire need of a bucket. Time ticking away in the fourth. Schmidt. Back to Trent Woods. Double teaming. Dylan Pohl inside are the Irish. King Woods for 3 from the corner. No good. Too long. Walker on the rebound. Feeds it ahead to Fitzpatrick. The Trojans are going to have to foul here. And Pohl reaches in, commits the foul with 27 seconds remaining. And Antonor headed to the line for 2 shots, looking to put the finishing touches on what he hopes will be an Irish victory. First free throw from Antonor is good. Antonor 2 for 2. Seven-point lead for ND. 20 seconds remaining. Down the lane and misses the layup. Does Alexander's Dom Kwiatek. And then Brooks missed a close one inside. Alexander will not foul. That's going to do it here as the Irish take a 7-point lead and remain unbeaten. Notre Dame at 3-0. Alexander drops to 3-2. Close game here on the Batavia Daily News Sports Network. Thank you for joining us. My name is Alex Brasky. We'll see you next time.